not scared of a germ. I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And I know this disease will kill me.
Right.
Like if I don't. And I said, I'm not scared of a germ. I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And I know this disease will kill me.
Right.
Like if I don't.
And we're live. We did it. Well, at least I got to hear RFK Jr.
Hello.
That is so annoying. You got the pineapple, but you got RFK Jr., but you didn't have us. Idiot.
We're all human. Mistakes happen.
Makes me so angry because we had such a good flow starting right there.
I know.
You and I, we were flowing back and forth. We were talking about cocaine on toilet
jinx.
seats. Yeah. Well, welcome to Freedom Family Friday. We're 10 minutes late and we didn't have any audio. So what? Did anybody die?
From cocaine, yes.
Yeah. Why did it do that? Is Drew Van Rokel. Exactly. Why did it do that? You heard me scream because when I got the microphone fixed, I shouted, why did it do that?
Oh, boy.
So they heard that.
Hot mic moment.
You got a little hot mic there. There you go. So you got...
RFK Jr. had a hot mic moment.
You know what? They
there.
don't want to see us be cool as cucumbers. They want to see us suffer. Let's be
they want to
honest.
see us have a meltdown. Like, they want me to be crying and be like, oh, my gosh, how did you let this happen?
No.
I can't be perfect anymore.
That was probably the most entertaining few minutes of the Wake Up America show.
Oh, people love it when things go wrong. Fail army, right?
Yeah, Quest was watching. He says, I could see by the body language. He's just sitting there with his popcorn, just like,
Yeah, and I mean, I was just staying cool as a cucumber. I'm like, yeah, okay, Because this happens a lot, guys. When you work in this business, these things happen a lot.
Everybody's liking my trippy shirt. It is beautiful, isn't it? My dad got this for me from Temu.
I'm too afraid to buy anything from Shein or Temu.
I'll wear it up all the way to the top
because
like this.
I'm hard to fit. So it's like I'm very small, and so I need to be able to return things. And I don't think you can return things from Temu or Shein.
Yeah. Stephanie, I'm proud to announce that I've lost over 10 pounds in the last month. Over 10 pounds.
I'm proud to announce I've been cooking very good food for you.
Oh, you certainly have. You've taken good care of me, and we take good care of each other. thinking about RFK Jr. and the cocaine off toilet seats, talking about health. A lot of people ask about health. Health is a common conversation now. And we have a completely different understanding than we did when I was a kid about what constitutes eating healthy, what are healthy foods, what is a good diet, what's a strong diet, how do you actually lose weight. We used to kind of allow ourselves, just like when we had Bullshido and martial arts and everybody thought that was real, it's kind of the same way with food. We look back at some of our food myths from when we were young. People were like, oh, eggs are unhealthy. No, they're not.
I had no diet as a child.
Yeah,
well, it was all just high fructose corn syrup, Pop-Tarts.
You weren't even healthy.
Cereals.
You weren't even healthy when you were a vegetarian.
No, I was actually borderline diabetic for a time. I was my heaviest weight when I was a vegetarian, and it's because I carb loaded. I couldn't get full, and so I ate lots of bread. I didn't eat a lot of good proteins because I didn't find them to be tasty, except for fake meat. So I would eat this Garden brand, Gardein brand, and it was like, Asian fake chicken. It was delicious, but it was terrible for you.
Yeah, it was really bad for you. It turns out that you need a balanced diet of healthy, fresh fruits, vegetables, meats. Mostly you need a lot of protein, healthy cheeses, cottage cheeses. All these natural foods.
I know a lot of people are against dairy products. We're very pro dairy because a lot of people they drink almond milk or non-dairy alternatives.
And there's a lot of gree, as Penn and Teller would say, about like healthy foods, like what constitutes healthy foods in terms of even today. I think just because we talk past each other on certain topics where it's like, RFK Jr., when he talks about natural foods, just eat natural foods, he's like, is that going to make you healthier? Well, generally speaking, yes, but also no, because of all the vegetarian crap that you were eating, right? So he says raw, more unprocessed foods.
I agree with that.
Well, to some extent, he is right. To some extent.
Because I ate very much processed foods as a vegetarian so that they could taste good.
Right, which isn't to say, per se, that maybe certain processed foods aren't healthy. There certainly are some processed foods that are perfectly healthy because how do you define processed?
It's just like the whole organic argument. Before I met you, I was very much into organic, non-GMO, and then you finally made me question how is organic really that different?
Yeah, well, BB for Liberty, he says he's lost 10 in the last month. Good for you, Brad.
Gosh.
Good for you,
what
bud.
Have you been doing, Brad?
Well, here's what he did. He said he cut out all added sugars, white flour, and starches.
Oh, my gosh.
So basically, he eats dry chicken and sweet potato fries or green beans because I cook for myself. Okay, well, there you go.
Oh, good for you. That's huge. Before you went on this diet, we talked a lot about, different dieting methods. And one was Ozempic, right? We know most of the world is on Ozempic right now. But I said to you that I would be the most proud of you if you dieted rather than did Ozempic.
Why?
Because I see Ozempic, again, I don't want to offend anybody. I know some of our, friends and, everybody are on Ozempic right now, people in the audience. But I just feel like Ozempic is the easier way. You don't actually have to change your habits.
You mean that you respect a man more when he has to earn something instead of just giving it?
I like to see hard work and dedication and commitment. Yes.
And what have you seen from me in the last month and a half?
Hard work and dedication and commitment.
I make my wife so horny.
Yes. Yes. This is what a woman wants.
What a girl wants.
She wants to see a man take initiative for himself. A woman does not want to try to force. I know a lot of women are like, trying to force a man to change. I don't want to force a man to change. I want a man to be ready to change and tell me like, I'm doing this for myself.
No, it's a misunderstanding to say that a woman wants to force a man to change. They want the man to change himself, but they want to be able to take credit for forcing him to change.
See, I've been telling him for years he needs to go on a diet, and finally he did. Look at that. It was all me.
Jimmy Joe Patty says, I'm allergic to nuts and soy. Speaking of, Peter's JJ, not allergic to nuts. My brother will be here at 8 a.m.
Yes.
He will be here at 8 a.m. Central.
Wow.
And he will
My
be...
sister is allergic to nuts, however.
I think we're going to just chill it with this metaphor. And we're going to talk to Justin at 8 a.m. Central. And you're only going to be able to hear it if you have a little red castle next to your name and you're on Rumble. Otherwise, get out.
Or if we have audio problems, you may not be able to hear it at all.
Yeah, there you go.
Who knows?
Justin will be with us. He will have audio. He will be with us at 8 a.m. Central. But only if you really love us will you be able to hang out with us. You have to... pay admission. It's $5 stinking bucks. Okay, $5 stinking bucks is the sub. Just don't boo me. I've seen what makes you cheered. Cheer for AP. Cheer for Justin and Stephanie.
I would just like to plug here that you all need to head to forlibertyshop.com because I've been working hard on the merchandise.
Nobody cares
this
how
week.
hard you work, Stephanie. They only care about what you can offer
I added
them.
a new Kiss Me, I'm Libertarian shirt. I've been envisioning this for years. Seriously,
Years,
I
she
started
has.
this design years ago and it never came out right. And so I took another stab at it this week and it came out perfect. And I'm so excited. So this is great for St. Patrick's Day. It's great for, Valentine's Day. It's great for any day. Yes, we're jinxing it totally.
We need to make one Kiss Me, I'm a Libertarian Nationalist.
Oh.
We need a lot more libertarian nationalism gear in general.
Yes.
Brad, get on it.
Yes.
The Wake Up America show is brought to you in part by viewers and listeners like you. When you donate or when you make purchases at forlibertyshop.com during the live show, that unlocks bonus content. So I basically have like fireworks. I have like loaded fireworks ready to go off. You light the firework and I set it off. So when you shop during the show, you buy a box of Founding Flavors coffee, you buy a box of you buy a Kiss Me I'm Libertarian t-shirt, or any of our wonderful products there at forlibertyshop.com. When you buy one during the live show, you light the fuse. And then when we raise $100, that unlocks the bonus content, phase 1. So the rocket goes off, a mini documentary is played, yada, yada, yada. I'm tired the next morning. $150, however, then it's like, dun, 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 Price is Right. Everybody opens their phone. We all compete against each other like in like a Japanese game show situation. And we're all competing against one another at home. Mostly Ashley Ann is trying to like dominate everyone. But sometimes we beat her. And we all play mini games together. And it's a real blast. So you've got to blast off by donating or making purchases at the shop during the live show. Gifting subscriptions is a way to go like Drew Van Runkle just did. Thank you, sir. So laissez-faire
Thank
bra.
you, Drew.
Can watch. Captain Tight Pants, he needs a sub. Please someone gift him a sub or buy a sub so that Captain Tight Pants can hang out with Justin in the second hour.
Can I just say, so I've been doing our taxes this week and we have no tax on tips. So there is an incentive for you all to send us tips because we are able to get those tips tax-free. So please and thank you.
And it has limits, but at first they weren't going to include people in our industry from that. But the truth is that we are like tipped. We do get tipped for this. So
your industry is there.
It's there. It listed it as the thing. Yeah. And guess who did that? President Trump. I got what I voted for.
Yeah, it's I believe
it's
content creators.
And it's not
That's
even,
the industry.
And the nice thing is like I'm not taking anything away from anyone from that. When Trump did that, no tax on tips, all he did was he took away the burden. He just took away a burden. He didn't put it on somebody else.
Imagine how happy the strippers are.
The strippers must love this.
Well, actually, they made me fill out a form that said that we are not prostitutes. So we had to confirm that we're not prostitutes in order to not get taxed on our tips.
Some people, I get called prostitute. People call me a grifter.
Yeah, we're libertarian prostitutes.
We're hookers for capitalism, I guess. We're hookers for liberty.
Yeah.
We do love freedom. Statue of Liberty, lift up your skirts, stop your grinning and drop your linen.
Oh boy.
Everyone get tips now. Yes, exactly. Relax and McCroy. Let's all be tipped. Please do drop us a tip. Your Rumble rants count and your gifted subs also count. So thank you very much for all of that. So on February 10th, the quiet mining town of Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia was shattered by an act of violence that left 9 people dead and a nation in mourning. The events began at a private residence on Fellers Avenue, where 18-year-old Jesse Van Rootselaar, also known as Jesse Strang, and shot and killed his 39-year-old mother, Jennifer Strang, and his 11-year-old stepbrother, Emmett. Shortly after this initial attack, the suspect traveled roughly 1.5 kilometers to Tumbler Ridge Secondary School, a small institution serving about 160 students. He was armed with a long gun and a modified handgun. The shooter entered the school around 2:20 p.m. and fired indiscriminately. The carnage centered in the school's library and a stairwell, resulting in the deaths of a 39-year-old educational assistant and 5 students, 3 12-year-old girls and 2 boys aged 12 and 13. RCMP officers arrived within 2 minutes of the first emergency call and were met with ongoing gunfire as they approached the building. Upon entering, they discovered the suspect deceased from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. In addition to the fatalities, 27 others were injured, with several students airlifted to hospitals in critical condition. In the days following the tragedy, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police identified Van Rootselaar as a transgender woman who had begun their transition roughly 6 years ago. Deputy Commissioner Dwayne McDonald emphasized that the police are identifying the subject as she chose to be identified socially and publicly. Take a listen.
We're not hiding it. In fact, you're the first media to ask the question. I will say this. We identified the suspect as they chose to be identified in public and in social media. I can say that Jesse was born as a biological male who approximately, the information that I have, approximately 6 years ago began to transition to female and identified as female both socially and publicly.
He already misgendered this person. Well, he's called her they.
So this detail has ignited a firestorm of discussion across social media where misinformation and intense debate regarding gender identity and violence has spread rapidly. Investigators have said they found no suicide note or manifesto, and the motive for the attack remains officially under investigation. What has emerged is a deeply troubled history. The suspect was well known to local authorities who had visited the family home multiple times for mental health welfare checks, including an incident in 2025 involving reports of self-harm. In a particularly tragic detail, police had previously seized firearms from the home, but they were returned to the lawful owner, the suspect's mother, after a petition. So while online discourse is fixated on the suspect's identity and past social media activity, including reposts of previous school shooters, the community of Tumbler Ridge now has to grapple with the loss of nearly 0.5% of its population.
Oh my gosh.
In a single afternoon.
Oh boy.
Prime Minister of Canada Mark Carney has ordered flags to be flown at half-mast across the country, describing the events as a witness to unheard of cruelty. As the investigation continues, the focus remains on the grieving families and the dozens of survivors whose lives have been forever altered in this unprecedented tragedy in the Canadian wilderness. The media, of course, falling all over themselves, struggling to cover the actual gender of the shooter.
That includes the deceased gun person.
Okay. And then separately, do you know the gun person's relationship to...
Excuse me, gun person? What?
The deceased gun person. Gun human. Gun individual.
Gun person? Stephanie, your thoughts?
I thought they have gun restrictions there in Canada, first of all. So how do things like this happen? I guess they still do, right? If there's a will, there's a way. Sorry, guys.
The gun
laws don't work.
Of course. The gun control freaks only see this as more evidence that guns shouldn't be allowed, that the public shouldn't have access to them.
Right. Well, this happened in Australia, too. It wasn't a transgender person, but it's like Australia has very strict gun laws as well. Muslims,
transgenders.
Right.
Who else is committed to terrorism in the modern world? Who else is committed to self-sabotage, self-immolation, self-destruction, and seems to be desirous of taking all of the rest of us with them? Just like the Muslims who blew themselves up in the World Trade Center towers, willing to kill themselves, these transgender shooters willing to kill themselves and others and get other people killed. Who else has a revolt against civilization, as it will? Who else are who are the other enemies of civilization? But one thing is for sure.
I guess you could say the revolutionaries, like the extreme liberty lovers, like Timothy McVeigh.
No, well, yes, and Timothy McVeigh.
Or the Waco people.
Yes. Who else is at war with civilization? Who else is at war with society? Ask yourself why.
Yeah, and I mean, this person, they fit a profile. So all these school shooters seem to have a lot in common. They like to research past school shootings. They like to post about school shootings. So, you know, this guy, sorry, he did that. And, you know, being transgender, I mean, I guess we could put that in the profile too, because a lot of people with mental health issues, which gender dysphoria is a mental health diagnosis.
Why exactly?
So those
are
people
we...
tend to commit these shootings.
But here's my question. Why do people feel a moral obligation to respect the pronouns of a murderer and a mass murderer at that? Are we supposed to be should we be kind to Hitler for the fact that he had testicular cancer and lost his left nut? I mean,
well,
we can't we make fun of Hitler's disability? Can't we make fun of Hitler's mental illness? We can make fun of his drug addiction.
I wish I could see the news headlines and the news reports when Hitler was doing what he was doing to see how respectful people were being when they were reporting about Hitler. I don't know. I haven't watched the news
in the beginning
back then.
In the beginning of this mental illness craze, we started with anti-bullying campaigns. And it began with this, I remember being a kid in the 80s and 90s, right? Like, you know, stick up for, you know, fight against bullies. Makes sense. You know, I hate bullies. I always stood up against bullies. And it was, you know, don't bully. Sounds good. Very female attitude about things. Very female attitude. Men bully. We typically bully. Females bully too. They bully in different ways.
Yeah, when I was in school growing up, we never
Everybody
had anti-bullying campaigns. We never learned about that.
We had anti-bullying campaigns. And it was on like PBS and Sesame Street and crap all the time.
I'm talking about in school. I think now they do in-services in school about bullying. We never talked about that stuff back then. You just kind of had to fend for yourself and figure it out.
Yes, to some extent. Yeah. I mean, I do remember seeing like anti-bullying campaigns and things. And there would be like more, you would watch like a video in class and it would like, the moral lesson is, you know, don't be a bully or what have you.
Right.
And it was always a female teacher.
It was pretty
leading.
basic.
It was, you know, respect others' feelings, respect others, you know, emotional well-being, right? We don't want to cause mental illness problems.
Right.
Okay. Sounds good on the surface. Didn't work. Made it worse. The fact that now the anti-bullies have become the bullies. The cry bullies are the ones who are the victims, the ones who pretend to be victims. They're cry bullies. And now many of them are mass murderers and they can fly under the radar because their mental illness is coddled instead of, what's the word? Not scapegoated, but cast out of society. They banished. You should be banished. If you're a mentally ill, potential mass killer type, you go away. You go to into an institution, and it's involuntary, and you don't come back. And that's the lightest thing, I think. But bullying people works. It's effective. If it didn't work, bullies wouldn't do it.
Well, yeah, that's the other, you know, profile piece of these people who commit these violent crimes is usually they were bullied in the past.
Yes.
So it's like they have all of these characteristics in common. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's like, were they born this way? Were they born a killer? Are they a psychopath? Did they become this way throughout their life? Like this person or this guy, he's 18. He was 18. He transitioned 6 years ago. How old was he? He was 12 when he started transitioning. He was on all of these hormones when he was a child. How would that affect a person's development? That could definitely play into some of what's going on here as well. Because, you know, this person is very hormonal on a lot of female hormones, transitioning to a woman.
So how do you bully the bullies effectively, right? How do you find the mentally ill, violent retards and put them in a cage? Or, I know one thing's for sure. If you don't arm yourself, If you don't defend the things that you love, mentally ill retards, angry, violent, trans, doped up, SSRI pill popping psychopaths are going to kill you. They're going to kill your children. They're going to destroy everything that you love if you don't arm yourself and defend yourself. If you don't have an attitude of defense, if you don't build a little bit of self-defense into your daily routine, you're a sitting duck out there, man. You're a sitting duck because society isn't going to let you do it because your local police force is going to call those retards gun persons. No one is coming to save you. No one will protect you. Get a gun. Trade with it. Learn a little gun fu and then a little kung fu and come to karate on Wednesday nights.
In terms of the pronouns they use and all of that, I think it is important to describe a person because it's like if they came on the news and they're like, this guy, he, killed his mother, he killed people at school. And so everybody's picturing a guy, right? So I think it's helpful to at least describe this person and be like, they were dressing like a girl, just so that we at least know what to picture here. Because this clearly was not a manly man.
If I see a person, a man, wearing a dress in public, I'm going to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, usually they stick out like a sore thumb, unfortunately.
They do. Definitely,
Yes.
It's kind of like the guy who stabbed Irina Zarutska on the train. Listen to your instincts.
Yeah.
Don't turn your back on somebody who looks like who looks shady. Don't care. Stereotype if you have to.
Yeah.
Don't it's not worth your life. It's better to be called a racist. It's better to be called a bigot than it is to be stabbed in the neck.
Yeah, I mean, what surprised me, we live here in conservative Missouri in a pretty small town, the capital town, and it's like we even have transgender individuals. There's transgender teachers at our local schools. When we go out to Chinese restaurants, I do recall seeing some guys in dresses. So it's like it's in every small town everywhere. You can't escape this, really.
This is not just a crisis of mental illness, it's also a crisis of parenthood.
Oh, monitoring your child, you mean? Yeah.
You said it was 12 years old. Where were the parents? What was the situation?
Right, exactly. I did a calculation. So this mother's 39, child 18. 39 minus 18, mother was 21 when she had this child. So she was very young. Again, I'm not hating on young parents, but I'm assuming she might not have had, the most resources and capabilities to, raise this child appropriately.
Jennifer Strang, also known as Jennifer Jacobs, she was the first victim of the attack, originally from the small. See, there you go. It's like to raise your kids and then they won't murder you. Originally from the small town of Lawn, Newfoundland, she moved her family across Canada multiple times before settling in Tumbler Ridge. Relationship with the killer, she was a vocal supporter of Jesse, publicly celebrating their achievements and birthdays. 2021, she even encouraged people to watch his YouTube channel, noting that Jesse, then identified as her son, enjoyed hunting, self-reliance, and guns. In a critical detail, it was Jennifer who petitioned the police to return the firearms that had been seized from their home following a mental health crisis. She was the lawful owner of the guns.
Yeah, and she appealed it to get him back.
She posted a photo of several long guns in a cabinet, saying, I think it's time to take them out for some target practice. She worked for Canoa Resources, a coal mining company, was known as a mother who advocated for better local healthcare services. The biological father, of course, largely estranged from the family over a decade. What a piece of crap.
Well, I mean, it's clear that this mother was very supportive of this gender transition because she's the one that had to say yes to the transition hormones and, the whole process and the doctor visits. Unless in Canada, can children consent themselves? I don't know the laws in Canada about gender transition.
The real mental illness being Canadian. Thank you, Quest, for that gem.
Right. Canadians are just so scared to offend anybody. they try to be
Yes.
extremely
They're too nice.
kind in everything they say
They're
and
too
do.
nice. The Canadians.
Yes.
Yep.
To a fault, unfortunately.
Reports have highlighted a viral social media video of Jennifer Strang in which she explicitly spoke out against anti-trans hate. In the video, she urged people to do better and warned that the online hostility could cause significant harm to transgender children. From now on, whenever some stupid bitch online says do better in regards to my opinions on this, I'm going to remember Jennifer Strang. I'm going to just think, okay, you stupid bitches, you're the reason why people are getting killed because you first of all, you don't know how to find and keep a good man. You sleep with losers. You sleep with losers. You choose. Women choose sex. Men choose relationship. You choose losers. You have losers. You breed losers. And then you have the gall and the audacity to go on Facebook because you got no life, because the washing machine, unfortunately, capitalism solved all your problems. So you've decided to destroy society,
Oh,
ladies.
yeah, I do so many chores while the clothes are being washed. That's nice.
So you have all of this time to destroy society. You sleep with losers. You breed losers. You loudly and proudly support their mental illness, and you have no shame, and you allow them to have access to weapons despite you being their legal guardian, and you have the audacity to tell others to do better. Madam, physician, heal thyself. Welcome to the Wake Up America show. I'm Austin Peterson. Don't be mad. Be glad.
I just think about Hazel and how we already are coming into some of these issues as she's growing up in this world. I mean, just the other day she was watching Sesame Street. All of a sudden, Miss Rachel pops on the screen. She's on the Sesame Street stage, and I'm like, what?
Or like,
We're freaking out.
this is the day that the Lord has made.
I mean, this is how quickly children can become indoctrinated. You take your eyes away from that television screen for 1 minute,
The mom.
and Miss Rachel has already converted your child to Islam.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yes.
No thank you, Miss. Salam Akbar. That's how you know Miss Rachel's coming. When you hear Allah Akbar.
Yeah, she says "Salam alaikum" or whatever
Salam alaikum,
when she
yeah.
comes
Salam alaikum.
when she comes onto the set.
Wah, 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 wah. Are we enjoying ourselves? Are you
The
not?
terrace on the bus go boom 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 boom. I mean, like what? Terrible, terrible. That woman seriously gives me nightmares.
Welcome to the Wake Up America show. That's my wife, Stephanie. She's amazing.
But can I
and
just
hot.
say one more thing about Hazel? She already knows about genders. When I show her a boy picture, she goes, boy. When I show her a girl, she says, girl.
Yeah.
She knows the difference already.
Yeah,
she
there-
gets it, and she's only 1 year old.
There's not going to be any gender confusion in this household.
Yeah.
Now, do I raise my daughter to be a trad, or do I raise her to be a liberated feminist? Stephanie, how do we do it? Would you
Oh,
rather her be
boy.
a conservative, traditional woman having several grandchildren? Or would you rather her be a city-dwelling, urbanite, affluent, childless, semi-alcoholic? and cat lady.
Yeah. I mean, if I had my say, I'd rather her be, a very committed housewife with lots of children.
Now she's going to be the opposite because she's going to rebel.
I know. I just want her to be stable. I want her to be able to emotionally regulate. That's really all I want from her.
I want you to be rich, girl. I want you to learn how to run a business and don't go work for somebody else. Be your own boss. If you're listening to this later on in the ether, if your mother and I have unfortunately passed.
Oh my God.
And you listen to this in the future, Hazel, my darling, my love, everything that we do for you. Get rich, baby. Just go. Don't go. Get a job for a couple years and save up whatever you need for your apartment. And then start a business, and then buy a business, and then buy 2 or 3 businesses, 4 or 5, gain assets, get rid of liabilities, and don't sleep with a man who's going to run off. Okay? Get you a good man.
She does like men, so we
She
are going to
does.
have to watch out for that. She already flirts quite a
Yes.
bit.
Hazel, listen to Daddy. Go and get yourself a good man who's going to stay with you, okay? And then you won't have to worry about no Jolene, all right? Look
That's
at her. Stephanie is a Jolene.
I'm a
Flame
Jolene.
of auburn hair. Yeah, you're the girl that like women, they're warned about. You know?
Oh, but I don't flirt with their men.
No.
If I was working at a store, I'd just be like,
No.
"Hi."
You're
Okay,
just the
have a
girl that
good
every
day.
guy wishes that he could like
I don't
cheat
know.
with, right? The bank
Yeah.
teller. that-
Nobody hits on me. Nobody. I don't get DMs. Nothing. So people are very respectful
Yeah,
of
and
me.
yes, and do you know when child molesters what they're looking for when they decide whether they're going to molest a child? Do you know what they look for? It would
Oh, the
determine.
man.
Yeah, if there's
A
a,
strong
husband, if there's
man.
a strong husband around.
So they're probably like, Austin will kick my ass if I come into her DMs.
You're goddamn right.
Yes.
Yeah, I can ruin. I can not just ruin your life. I can ruin your face pretty fast, pretty damn quick. I can ruin your face and your life. I can make you wish you'd never been born.
Yeah. And so it's really fun.
It is fun. We have a nice relationship, and we love our friends, and we love our family, and we love our live stream viewers. Hi, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this kind of, I don't know, it's a little steamy in here this morning, don't you think?
Talking of the topic we're talking about, how did it get steamy? I don't know. We have a terrible sense of humor.
Got to stop off to refresh the misses. The Wake Up America shows Freedom Family Friday is anarchy. We talk about whatever we want. We do whatever we want. We say whatever we want. It's just total and complete anarcho-capitalism. So how about a little capitalism in the anarchy?
Oh, can I advertise my other shirt?
Advertise your other shirt, Stephanie.
Okay. I made 2 other shirts. It seems like love was in the air this week because I was just making shirts. So you are the one for me, AR. You are the one. There it is. I think this is so funny.
We sold some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we've sold some of the other one too. I think Long Walks Through the Gun Shop.
Yes. We
You
sold one of these
are
at
the
least.
one for me. And then there's also I like long walks through the gun shop.
Yes.
I think that's hilarious.
We did sell a few of those, and even to people who don't know us. So
Yes.
1981 Luke
So,
says, love
I'm
you
very
guys
proud.
too. Thank you, Luke. We appreciate you, bud.
Hi, Luke.
Hi, Luke.
Luke is a good friend.
I love Luke. Luke is like someone who,
I love Luke too. I wish we could see him more. We need to go out to Springfield soon.
we do. Luke is an important chapter in my life. So thank you so much to everybody for being here. If you can spare it, please bless us with something, a little capitalism. If you send us a tip during the live show, we get to write that off our taxes. Yes. Hate taxes. So do us a favor, drop a Rumble rant, help to unlock the bonus content, support my little redhead baby making factory, and they are lovely ladies of liberty that I am producing in my manufacturing facility.
Like this woman here on the screen.
When you go to when you go to forlibertyshop.com, that's the number 4libertyshop.com, you will see an unbelievable array of products. My recommendation though is that you buy our Founding Flavors coffee. It's absolutely delicious. And it's got 5-star reviews, lots and lots of 5-star reviews. People love it. So if you're looking for a new coffee, if you've only drank like gross coffee your entire life, if you've never really tried premium coffee other than Starbucks, try ours because ours is ultra premium. It's better than Starbucks. So try another ultra premium coffee brand if you've never tried premium coffee before, because most people, they get stuck and they're like, oh, well, I'll just drink Folgers, or I'll just drink whatever, costs $8 at the local grocery store. Treat yourself. Valentine's Day is coming. It's basically here tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Treat yourself. Get yourself a nice box of ultra premium coffee, even if it comes a little late for, give it and say, hey, you're late Valentine's Day. Say you forgot. That's a great makeup gift.
Yeah.
Baby.
Or if there's somebody who has a birthday next week, like Austin. Oh, it's his birthday next week, guys.
I'm going to be 45 years old.
Yeah.
Please, no.
I know. It's hard.
Offense, but it
It's
sounds
hard.
like that's some fucking commie gobbledygook.
Exactly, Norm. Thank you. Yes. Pain. Life is pain. Luke knows what I'm saying. With 95 people watching right now, I don't want to lose a single person. So what I need to let you know is that in like 12 to 15 minutes, guys, if you don't have a little red castle next to your name, we got to cut you off. Sorry, guys. It's time to say goodbye almost. I don't want to say goodbye.
As we go on,
Would somebody do? Yes, that's. Will you please, someone gift a sub? Somebody do a gift of 5 subs because 1981 Luke, he needs that little castle next to his name, or else he won't be able to watch Justin coming on the show. Can we do that? Can we gift a sub? Can we get a couple of people to do like a 5 gift sub? That'll help to unlock the bonus content as well, guys. So bless us with something. Gift a sub.
Bless me with something.
Happy birthday, make more babies, says Ciego. Oh, yes. My pleasure.
Mine too. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy Opperman. He gifted it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy.
Now Luke can hang out. Now Captain Tight Pants can hang out. Now Kago and Barney Styles can all hang out. They've all got a sub. Thanks, guys. Everybody say thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
And we're like getting so close to the bonus content. That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Flicky. And Justin Peterson will be here at 8 a.m. Central Time to talk to us a little bit about Boston. He's got some thoughts about the terms being used by the media, like gun person, et cetera, et cetera. But before we get there, can we take just a quick 1-minute break? And then we got to talk about our buddy, Elijah Schaffer, who is in big trouble.
Oh,
right
you're
now.
going to talk about it?
Do you want to do it?
Sure. I didn't know that we were going to go there.
He's in deep caca, and we're going to talk about it when we get back. Don't go away. We're just going to go pee.
Are you tired of the strange radioactive effects of leftist culture? Do you ever wonder what happened to good old-fashioned American values? Well, fear no more, because there's a new force fighting back against the cultural rot of today. Introducing Culturama, a right-of-center talk show that's taking back the future today. Hosted by none other than blonde bombshell herself, Daniela Pensack. She's not just talking, she's taking culture back. With sharp takes, brilliant guests, and a few surprises along the way. Tune in to the live video podcast twice a week, because the future doesn't have to be weird. It can be Culturama.
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive, and if they wouldn't do it with more fire or passion than I had, then I would go and I would fight this battle for us. I've fought for the principles that we all share. Parties tend to be secondary to me. We're here because we believe in the principles of liberty. I am not a perfect messenger, but I think I'm a damn good one. This is a replica of our first president's flintlock pistol. You have my full support, my respect, and my gun.
I think that the heart of my philosophy is much more libertarianism than well, that's the fashionable word these days, I guess. A conservative is no longer just that. He's a libertarian, and always has been.
Yet any time you and I question the schemes of the do-gooders, we're denounced as being against their humanitarian goals. They say we're always against things, we're never for anything.
What is fascism? Fascism is private ownership, private enterprise, but total government control and regulation.
Well, the trouble with our liberal friends is not that they're ignorant. It's just that they know so much that isn't so. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
The conservative, so-called, is the one that says less government, get off my back, get out of my pocket, and let me have more control of my own destiny.
Do you hate the deep state? Do you reject?
When the Founding Fathers dreamed of liberty, they forgot one thing: coffee. Introducing Founding Flavors Coffee, the brew that built America, and the brew that's fueling a new revolution, one kitchen at a time. Small batch roasted, Patriot approved, and disappearing faster than a redcoat at Yorktown. Don't get left behind, soldier. Real patriots are starting their mornings with Founding Flavors, and trust us, freedom tastes better with a fresh cup in your hand. Stop drinking those tyrant brews who take your money and don't support your values. Stocks are limited, demand is booming, and your morning deserves a taste of liberty. Order now at forlibertyshop.com before the next shipment gets signed, sealed, and sold out. Founding Flavors Coffee, the official brew of morning rebellions everywhere. Get yours at forlibertyshop.com. Look, not all t-shirts are created equal. Some just sit there. Others start conversations. The ones at forlibertyshop.com, they raise eyebrows, win arguments, and occasionally get you banned from PTA meetings. Whether you're repping freedom, mocking tyrants, or just making the left squirm, we've got the gear that says what you're thinking. Loud, proud, unapologetic. Grab yours today at forlibertyshop.com because your shirt should speak louder than your neighbor's bumper sticker. Legend has it, back in 1773, a band of angry, overtaxed patriots stormed a British ship, found the king's favorite tea, and said, "This would taste better without the tyranny." Then they tossed it overboard. Fast forward to today. That revolutionary spirit lives on in Boston Harbor Black, the boldest brew in the For Libert tea lineup. It's dark, it's smooth, it's unapologetically American, just like the folks who drink it. Whether you're sweetening it up on the front porch or drinking it straight like a Minuteman before battle, this isn't tea for royalty, it's tea for rebels. No fake flavors, no corporate slogans, just a cold glass of Don't Tread on Me in liquid form. So skip the woke iced tea aisle and stock up on Boston Harbor Black